guys and girls and whoever else is listening. I just want to first off say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to listen to this. It means the world to me. Honestly, it does. Like, you could be listening to any other podcast, but you're tuning in for Scratching Your Own Itch. And that's amazing. Scratching your own itch. That's funny. I goofed up. Scratch your own itch. And I'm going to leave it in because I am just showing you that everybody goofs up. But it doesn't mean that you can't make a difference. And that's really what this show's all about today, is making a difference through podcasting. We are in business. We are in business meaning that there's a company that I'm starting with a team, and we are calling it buildyourbrand.press. Our team and I are helping CEOs, speakers, authors, and people who have a message that are ready to make a difference by getting on other podcasts that align with their message. And so how it really works, though, is that we pitch you to the host of the podcast. And pitch is such a scary word. But we reach out to our network of hosts and see if you're a match for any podcast. And we book you on the shows. We use a shared calendar system to schedule you on those shows. And then we get you prepared, which is the hardest part, really. Getting you prepared. But we supply you with a prep sheet for those got to talk about moments. Those moments that we need to hit, and I often know as a podcast host myself that it's really hard sometimes to have certain topics come up if you as a guest haven't prepared your host for that podcast. So for example, like let's say you try to get yourself on a podcast and you go, here's my bio, and you send them no questions to ask you in your area of expertise. Well, that's giving the host just kind of free range to talk about whatever he or she wants, and that's fine. Like, that is totally cool. I've heard of many shows that are great, but let's face it, if we want quality material, we need a plan. We need to prepare ourselves for quality content. So if you're a CEO and you go on there and you want to talk about your business, well, let's promote that certain question for that podcast host together that we can make and create and get that one sheet together. And then, get this, we promote your show. We get it out on social medias, and we also partner yourself with other hosts so you can set yourself up for absolute success. So if you're interested at all in this service, building your own brand, and everybody's a brand nowadays, you have to, because, okay, let's say you're a company, and your company is called Old Spice, yeah? So Old Spice, you've probably heard of, is a deodorant. Well, if you haven't noticed that those commercials on Old Spice, you know that black man, right? Think about it. What does Old Spice stand for? It's a brand. That black guy has this way of engaging you, enticing you. It's always funny to see those Old Spice commercials, and he's built a brand for himself, and he's built a brand for the company by being on those shows. So if you're a speaker or an author or a CEO, you have to be the company, but the company has a face. It has a brand. Like the Rock, Dwayne Johnson. What do you think of when you think of The Rock? Other than a human on Earth that is literally a walking Hercules. Yeah, he's that guy. So if you think of it in this way, as your company as being a brand, or your authorship as being a brand, or maybe yourself as a speaker being a brand, even though your overall impact is to take people from good to great in whatever area you're an expert, that's why podcasting is so great, is because you can build your brand. I'm super excited to launch this business with myself and my team. And we're working hard. We're working really hard. We got a few clients that already are having massive success in breaking through and getting on a podcast, and already have doubled their income for being on podcasts, which is great. It's so cool to have that. Have those people get on other podcasts. So just being real with you guys that this is a really cool service that I can't wait to share with the world, and I can't wait to share you with the world if you're ready for it. So hit that subscribe button though, and let me know if you're a guest that you want to get to hear on this podcast. Please let me know, and also let me know what you like about the show, what you hate about the show. Let's just hear it. I want to hear it all. I want to make some people feel less alone. And most importantly, always cultivate your compassion, your curiosity, and your creativity. And don't ever forget, you matter and you're enough. Alright, there's another episode of Scratch Your Own Itch. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to support the show by listening. The biggest compliment you could ever pay me is just by sharing this, because honestly, it doesn't take much, and it feels so good when people create something and take time. And when I see someone take time to create something that really just changed my day, either made me feel less alone, maybe put a smile on my face, made me laugh, made me feel wiser, I always want to share it with the world. Because why? When I share something that resonates with me, why not share it? I mean, that's just kind of the thing that goes around, and it's free. It takes no time at all other than just a click of the button, share, on either Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Any of those social media platforms would be great to share this. So I really appreciate it. And I want to say that anybody who's looking to gain authority or expertise in their area, and they don't want to take another year or year and a half to write a book and wait until that's published, I think the best way is right now is to start a podcast. So if you're at all interested in starting a podcast, if you meet the certain requirements, I would love to help you with a podcast and also get a website going for you as well. And this is not an easy task. It's hard to actually get it done and get it out there. So every now and then we need some help, and I'm here for you. So please reach me at Logan at LoganTylerNelson.com if you're interested at all. And don't ever forget, you matter and you're enough.